Do not make the mistake of playing Donkey Kong Land 3 like this, when you could be playing it like this. Yep, there's a fully colorized version of the game available for the Nintendo Switch. But there is a catch. Because the color version was released only in Japan, it's confined to the Japanese version of the Game Boy app. But luckily, we're going to show you how to access it yourself, at no additional cost, as this method doesn't require a second Nintendo Switch Online subscription. But first, you're going to need a Japanese Nintendo account. If you don't already have one,
get one!
Just go to accounts.nintendo.com and create a new one there. Just make sure to set the country to Japan. Oh, and you'll also likely need to use a different email address than the one on your primary Nintendo Switch account. Now, once you have your Japanese Nintendo account, create a new profile on your Nintendo Switch, then connect that to your brand new Japanese Nintendo account. We're almost there! Now we're going to use your brand new Japanese Switch profile to download the Japanese version of the Game Boy app from the eShop. And this part's pretty easy, as there's a few ways to get there, including from the NSO app on the homepage, or via the NSO tab on the eShop, or just by doing a search for Game Boy in the eShop. However you decide to do it, just make sure you've opened the eShop using your Japanese Switch profile. And once you make it to the Game Boy page on the Japanese eShop, just start your download via the link on the right side. And presto, it'll be added to your Switch's home screen. But in case you're worried about getting confused by having two versions of the same app, the Japanese one will have a Japanese title above. Anyways, now that you have it downloaded, you can forget all about your Japanese profile and Japanese account, as you're now going to use your normal Switch profile, as in the one that already has a Nintendo Switch Online subscription, to access the Japanese Game Boy app. And there you are! You can now play Donkey Kong Land 3 in full color, or at least full color by the Game Boy Color standards. Although it's not quite all sunshine and rainbows, because for one, the text is obviously in Japanese here. Now luckily the game's pretty straightforward and you shouldn't need to read it most of the time, but some of the bear dialogue might trip you up a little bit. Second, for whatever reason, the world map is not animated in this version of the game, quite unlike in the black and white original, with things like the water wheels, and wrinkly save cave all appearing completely static here. And same thing goes for the bears too, which are oddly entirely still on the Game Boy Color, whereas they too used to be fully animated in the black and white version. It's a little weird, but thankfully it's a small price to pay in exchange for having the entire game available in color now. Now go off and have some fun, in color. And with that, thanks for watching, and make sure to click that subscribe button and ring that bell for more useful videos like this. And with that, we'll catch you later. Bye everyone!